Okay, our fellow listeners, that was Daddy Cool with Boney M, which we just had for the moment right now. And we also have the man of the moment who is live with us as we speak, Clinton Viljoen. How are you doing, Clinton?
I'm blessed, my brother. So good to be on the show. Thanks for having me. And hello to
Awesome.
all the listeners out there.
Awesome. Glad to have you with us, definitely. And so, guys, we're going to do a quick introduction about Clinton Viljoen, who is a multifaceted musician whose talents span songwriting, performing, and producing. Also known for his evocative lyrics and genre blending compositions, he brings a unique perspective to the music world. Clinton's ability to craft melodies that resonate deeply with listeners has made him a sought after collaborator and a rising force in the industry. Whether penning heartfelt ballads or upbeat anthems, his artistry reflects a deep passion for storytelling through sound. Thank you once again, Clinton, for being with us on South Coast Radio. We really appreciate it. And looking at your journey, so Clinton, can you tell us how your journey with music began in Ravensmead and especially with the gospel group New Birth?
Okay, so that's a very interesting question and also good one. Thank you so much. I'm honored, first of all. And I would just like to say that it all started. Um, I was always drawn to different sounds, from all parts of genres. And I'm a big 80s fan.
Yeah.
Toto is one of my favorite bands of all time. And
Yeah.
I was just introduced to at an early age. I was introduced to Lionel Richie because my
Oh,
aunt had a massive Lionel Richie poster on the wall,
yeah.
and it's, the guy's afro was on flick, and I'm like, who is this guy? And I wanted to know about him, and my aunt just played me a couple of songs of Lionel, and later on I saw the We Are the World song that basically had all the artists in that I
Yes.
that I really look up to, and it all made sense. And that's when the name Mr. Quincy Jones came in, and the late great Quincy Jones came in, and it was just so awesome to see uh, like all of these different artists with the different genres in one room, and to do something as amazing as they did with the We Are the World
Yeah.
song. And I was hooked. I was hooked from the get go, and basically I just kept on listening to all these different artists, and I think that's how I also grabbed or grasped,
Yeah.
some of these sounds, and I could put it into my songs. And it is, and also big ups to you guys, with the radio, that play this awesome music, and also can get us to basically educate us, because there's always something to talk about an artist, such as now, so people can know about.
Yeah,
And I
that's
mean, I
right.
was also one of the listeners, always tuned in. And but amazingly, I'm just so blessed to have an ear for music. And I mean, God has blessed me with with a gift that speaks to people in a way that no other feel good. If people request something from it, they would always ask for like a gospel song here and there,
Yeah.
and I would do my thing. But with the gospel coming, later into my life, was when a gentleman by the name of Mr. Edward Adams,
Mm-hmm.
he he started a um, he started a choir, a community choir by the name of Ravensmead Community Choir, and that's where I got introduced to singing more on stage. And it was just the perfect time. I would say it was a a divine appointment, and I was about 14, 15.
Wow.
And from there onwards, yes, Edward just introduced me to everybody that he knew in the music industry, and big ups to him. So, and Edward also happens to be the father of Keenan and Keanu that is signed to our label. The two brothers.
Oh,
So
yes.
it's an amazing story.
I've actually heard about them through Gershwin as well. They really got some awesome stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes. So they signed to our label as I co-own this record label, Sleek Productions.
Mm-hmm.
With my partner Samantha Bosch, and we just felt it was the right way to do it, and to just give them a platform as well. So I guess that was part of me giving back, and also just because you have to share. Music is there to to be shared with everybody.
True.
Because it's such a powerful tool in this world, that the frequencies that it's sent through you, and it really makes you feel like no other. And that is from there onwards. From the community choir, I got into the New Birth Children's Choir, and I gave it a shot. Sang Mariah Carey's "Today a Child is Born on Earth,"
Okay.
and that was before my voice broke. So that was still the young voice and the young Clinton. And from there onwards, I just the opportunity came to join New Birth, because New Birth is such a powerhouse of a gospel group in Cape Town.
Yeah.
And it was basically there where everything kicked off for me, and it was just amazing, man.
So you've been part of many different projects over the years, from Black Current to N2. How have these experiences shaped you as an artist today?
I think from having had the opportunity to travel early on, because we were doing the Balearic Islands. We traveled to Spain, myself and another group of because we used to do tribute shows, and they still do it today through other companies that or like other agencies. So I gave it a shot. I was like, what is this old music, got to do with my soul and this and that, we're trying to fight it, but it is timeless music and classics that I just could not, I couldn't resist. And I went on and I actually started learning all these different, type of songs, which was Motown for me, and I think that is what shaped me, because I'm an R&B singer, so R&B soul. That is my flow. That is what I love listening to, and the likes of Brian McKnight. On high school, people used to call me the Brian McKnight of Cape Town, and it was nice to have that tag, but Brian is there already. He's done amazing things, and I just wanted to be remembered as Clinton. And we have such an amazing rate of talent, in our country, across white, black, colored, Indian, every race. We are so talented, and I just wanted to put my music out there and just to tell my story to the people as to who Clinton is. And I think I got called up to be part of Black Current as we were also a group of friends, and I think the lead singer of Black Current at that time, he had left the band. And I think I just got back from an overseas trip, and I was just wanting to relax, not doing too much, whatever. So I got the call from Mr. Ryan Meyer, who was the band leader at the time, and he said to me, Clinton, how do you feel about joining Blackcurrant? And I know Blackcurrant sound was, just, it was just like fitting to me. And I think everything came so natural. I was just like, you know what, let's do this. And it happened while they were recording their debut album. And it was right in the middle of recording an album. So I was like, how am I going to know all this? How am I going to learn all these original songs in one go? If you give me a Stevie Wonder song or Brian Knight song now, cool, I can do that. So it was really great, to have joined the band, and I knocked it out the park, and we got nominated for a SAMA award, and that was so amazing. And it didn't stop there, and N2, I played with N2 jazz band, also one of Cape Town's oldest bands, to put it like that, or to I would say all the members in the band, because it's three brothers, and then the guitarist is another guy by the name of Clinton Stevens, and I joined them, and it also just came at the right time, because then it was now to focus on another genre, which was jazz, and I got to learn a lot of jazz standards with the band, and it became like a whole, almost like a poetry, or like a whole mashup thing, that with the genres. So that is what kind of shaped my career, to be flexible, to jump anywhere that I wanted, if I was called upon. So yes, man, that's how it happened.
That was really awesome, Clinton. And then about the song that you released on the 14th February, which is called Waiting, your single, which has been released, what inspired you to write this song?
I think it was down to my producer, Kinetic Torch, also a phenomenal producer. You gotta check him out. He's the guy's amazing. It is huge respect, to the producers out there, and for what they do.
Yeah.
And he played me a beat, and I was, I always had my guitar with me at studio, and I was just sitting and playing a couple of chords, and the beat came about that, and and just like a feel good song, and the song wanted to have like a laid back cruising, Sunday afternoon, or in your with the top down, or with the windows down, whatever you want to have down. So it came about that, and then one of the brothers, Keanu Cole Adams, of Keenan and Keanu, jumped on board, and because they obviously they're the youngins, as we call them today. So it's always good to have their perspective on the sound that's evolving.
True, that's right. Correct.
I believe you shouldn't get left behind. You should not allow yourself to miss out. So I had him on, and he wrote the hook, and the verse basically. So the hook came afterwards, and because of the notes that I played on the guitar, and it's basically just starting out something new. I've been waiting for this a long time. It's like something new that you take on in life, experiencing. It could be a new car. It could be a new partner. It could be a new hobby. And simply because we gotta practice self-care self-care and self-love, because that's what it is. We tend to forget who we are,
True.
and we yes. So it was solely focused on on bits and pieces of those. And Keanu told me his part, and he wrote his part, and I think it was just like a whole blend, like a whole blend of different feels into the song, and what you can tell from it. And yes, man, it was the song did well, and it still plays on the radios, and it was. I think we were sitting at number one on one of the radio stations in Cape Town, one of the big radio stations in Cape Town, and
Okay.
we were sitting 7 weeks, I think 7 weeks at number one.
Wow.
And it was a time we also that was on the SA top 10, and then to the top, I think it was the top 40 or something like that, yeah. And Waiting also hit number one, on the top 40
Sure.
on the radio station, and is a top 10 in 1 week, and that was just so amazing, man, to know that it was done in the comfort of my own studio, and you pray and you dream of having something that is uh, bred from your home,
Yeah.
or from your own studio, and to do and to get such recognition was so amazing to me, man. That is how Waiting, and it's still one of my favorite. Well, it has just been released, but it will stand the test of time for me.
That's for
One of my
sure.
favorites up there.
Awesome
Yes,
stuff. So you mentioned that the lyrics reflect your own love story. Could you share a bit more about that personal connection?
Yes. So the song itself is about, look, it's about love as well, and sometimes things don't work out as you planned it, and but life goes on, and always to stand firm and remain firm in your thinking and your beliefs, as to also try and do better, in every aspect of your life. And I think it reflected from that, because having had having been in relationships and stuff like that, always opened my mind to a bigger perspective of life, and as to where I want to be, and what I want. So that's always, like I said, that's always trying to better yourself, in all kinds of situations. But once you make it personal, it becomes a job to be done, So I put that out in the song, and yes, man.
So, what message do you hope listeners take away from Waiting?
I hope that they could take the creativity first and foremost, starting with the beat, with the lyrics as well, because I think the lyrics come as simple as it is. I've been waiting for this for a long time. It feels so good to have you by my side. All my life I tried to see the light.
Yeah.
Now that I've got you, I won't leave you behind. So it's basically to grab a hold of yourself and grab a hold of the situation that you find yourself in, and try to always just come out on top, man. Just try to for me, firstly, is the lyrics of the song, yes, and the beat, and also to enjoy it. And I think it is also, it's fitting for youngsters as well. Youngsters can listen to it as well.
Yes,
My daughter loves the song. She loves the song, and she can she feels the sounds, and she could tell me that echo there or this, and a little of the beat of the of the song itself. So overall, it's a feel good song. It's a feel good song of just enjoy listening to R&B, because they don't make R&B like
they used to. True.
Man, we are longing for for those sounds, But I was hoping that this would kind of like just show them a bit of what I'm like,
Yeah.
and what I have in my locker, to put it like that. Yeah.
Great stuff. So, looking at upcoming projects, so the song Waiting is the first glimpse into your upcoming EP. Can you give us a little teaser about what listeners can expect from the full project?
Okay, so we trying something, with the EP as to which market is suitable for me, because
Yeah.
everybody has their own taste, and people love what they what they are attracted to, and it is basically to find that niche, or to find that market,
Yeah.
and if they respond to, say for instance, one of the songs, say for instance Waiting, then Waiting will be the direction that I will go. But also, I don't like to restrict myself from exploring, because I believe music is such, it's a universal language, like
That's true.
like Bob Marley said,
Yeah.
everybody can relate to it. And I don't particularly like to restrict myself, or to a certain sound.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I also wouldn't like to confuse my listeners and my
Yeah.
followers, because if they used to, because I'm an artist, and it's basically, you don't want, if everybody sounds the same, it's going to be boring.
It's gonna
The
be
world will be boring.
monotonous.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so that is what we're doing with the EP, and but I have another surprise before the
Okay.
EP. So there's a single of mine that I will release in about 2 weeks. The pre-save will be on Monday, and the song, the song will be uploaded on Monday, to have a pre-save, for the listeners to get a glimpse of what it sounds like, and the song's name is Human.
Okay.
And that song is also very close to me, because it's very dear to me, because it basically speaks of my life and what I go through, and how I deal with people, and because you need to have an outlet. You need to have an
Yeah.
outlet somewhere, and for me, music is my outlet. Yeah,
Awesome. And then
and we're
we
also looking at a lot of collaborations here and there, maybe like 2 or 3 collaborations, or features,
yeah.
on the EP. And also, just to add, I don't know. So there's a lot of people that that remembers me from playing at the resort, over the years, because I was there for about 11 years at this resort, and people
Yeah.
from Durban, people from Cape Town, people from all over SA, they would meet me there, and so I'm the guy that sang at that restaurant, and gave you all good vibes, Sister Bettina vibes, and all that.
Oh yes.
Um, so I'm so honored, that to to have worked with some of the most amazing musicians and artists out there.
Yeah.
DJ Jazzy D. I did a
Oh
couple of stuff
wow.
with DJ Jazzy D. Uh, I went to Singapore. I performed in Singapore, and was part of an international band. And one of the female singers left the band, and the new female singer was to join the band. And okay, we all were waiting. We're wondering, okay, who is this singer gonna be? And walking through the door is this really tall woman, and I'm like, how is this gonna look on stage? This lady's so tall, and but an awesome person.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually eventually got to find out. And the song was playing, in South Africa at the time. It was big, I think. So the lady was Portia Monique, and she's been South Africa. She's been to South Africa a couple of times. I don't know if you remember the song.
Wow.
If this is how love's supposed to be,
Yes,
I
yes,
don't
yeah.
want it, don't want it. So yeah, so she recorded that song with the layabouts, and I was like,
Wow.
oh my, how small is this world, or how
True.
small can this world get? Um, and it was also just one of the highlights for me, and such an amazing person, beautiful vocalist, beautiful person, inside and out. She's just amazing, and it was also awesome to perform with her on a daily, 6 nights a week. You go hard at it, and I think we brought the best out of each other in terms of when we would do like a duo or something like that,
Yeah.
a duet here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was also just one of the stories. I've got many stories to tell. That's the funny part. Yeah, many. We would be here Monday still. Monday, Tuesday. Yeah.
That's
But
really
yeah, man.
That's really awesome. And just as I was going to ask you the question, and you dropped it in about some collaborations that are coming in, any hints on who we might hear on the EP, by the way?
I do not have that for you as yet, as we are working behind the scenes with the management, because it's sometimes hard to get
Yeah.
to get through to the artist
Yes,
itself.
yes.
So I think we're going about the right way, and
Yeah.
tapping into the managerial side of things, and just contacting the management, and
Yeah.
so it's gonna be good. That I can tell you.
That's really great to hear. And so, looking at personal and fun, if waiting were part of someone's Valentine's Day, how would you imagine it being played? Like maybe a candlelight dinner, long drive, slow dance?
I would say, I would start in the middle. The
Okay.
long drive, you know,
Yeah.
candlelight dinner.
Uh,
But this song keeps playing. This song should be on repeat, and but not loud. Just so just let it be almost like a background
on the
music.
background,
And
yes.
when it gets to the candlelight dinner, that's when we turn the volume up a little bit,
Yeah.
and the candlelight dinner becomes a slow dance,
Yeah.
and whatever you got going after that is up to you. So, yeah,
That's
so it is an enjoyable song. It is soft,
it
it's
is.
so subtle on the ear.
Yeah.
It's just easy on the ear, and I just think that that would be starting off with a long drive,
Mm-hmm.
candlelight, and slow dance.
That's really great. And looking back, what has been one of your proudest moments in your musical career so far?
I would say for me, in my musical career would be obviously obtaining the recognition of a SAMA nominated, as a SAMA nominated artist,
Okay.
which means it's still to be won. It's out there. It's in reach. It's within reach, and I think that was the proudest. For me, there's tons. I can actually mention tons.
Yeah.
When I won a brand new Mazda 3 at the time, I think 2003,
Okay.
2002, it was a non-televised. It was called Voice of Choice,
Yeah.
and I became I came up short as a runner, and I think there was another guy by the name of Dr. Malinga. I think Dr. Malinga came third, but that's when I met Dr. Malinga. A guy
Oh,
who
yes.
kicks and jumps. The energetic, the Via Orlando
Yeah.
remake. it was just to walk away at the time, as I was obviously younger, with a brand new car, and some cash. I'm not going to say how much, but it was it was a reasonable amount. So the thing is that is what also at the time also stood out for me, and I became, where I worked within the competition.
Yeah.
I worked by helping the other artists, my competitors. I was working with them in helping them, with the songs that they were going to do. So
Yeah.
as a competitor, I still, availed myself to help here, help there, and, meeting the likes of Judith Sapuma as I collaborated with her as well on,
Okay.
a song, Save Our Children, on the
Yeah.
Funny Cup band at that time. Yeah, we had we just made it was a feature, we, myself, Judith, and Funny Cup. So we released that. I think that was early 2000. So it is, I can go on and on playing at Sun City. When it was the Kings of Chaos concert,
Yeah.
with Steven Tyler,
Yeah.
and those cats, So I was playing at this bar one night, and I did a guitar solo, and I closed my eyes. And people went ballistic. And in my head, I'm thinking, wow, this is a nice guitar solo, man. And I just kept on vibing with it, When I opened my eyes and I looked to my left, it wasn't for the guitar solo. To my left stood Steven Tyler and his band, looking at me and just applauding me and giving me a thumbs up. And that, I was embarrassed at first because I thought, all this shouting and raving, was for the guitar solo, but it was actually for them that walked in there. And so that was a very awkward moment for me, and but it was just nice to see some of the legends walking into a venue where I performed and just gave me the thumbs up and told me to keep going.
Yeah.
I'm doing an amazing job, and man, these things will forever, sit with me.
So, with our last question, outside of music, what keeps you grounded and inspired in life?
I'm a huge gospel fan. I'm a huge gospel lover. I think just to be humble, to stay grounded, and the doors will open for you, not at your time, but on God's time.
True.
And never to give up. Continue pushing hard at your craft, and just be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself in your craft and what you do. If you want to be a musician, as an artist, you need to always just remain humble, because I've seen a lot of people that had their downfalls because of lack of humility. And so just everybody out there, we feel things differently, but also we all are human. We are human.
Exactly.
I love how I ended that off, because my next single that will be released soon is entitled Human. So you'll listen to that real soon.
Awesome. Looking forward to it, by the way. And also, that being the end of our questions as well. Thank you so much, Clinton, for sharing this moment with us. We really appreciate it. Before you go, is there anything else you'd like to add? Maybe a shout out to the listeners from your side that's tuning in?
Yeah, no, just a shout out to my record label. to Samantha Bosch, my partner, and also part of the record label.
Yeah.
To my, we do so much, and we're always busy, working hard at this, to perfect it.
Yeah.
It's not, it won't ever be perfect, but just the hard work that goes in behind the scenes, and just to shout out to to the Sleek team. Shout out to Wesley. Wesley's not at work today, but I hope he's well and everything, and sending all the blessings, and all the just the good vibes out there, and positivity, So, and also to my gran in Cape Town, as her son, my uncle. He was injured by a motorbike or a motorcycle, to put it like that. Yes, and he's in hospital, and my gran is really down about that. But we all just try to, to just keep a mind positive, and just to
stay strong.
To hold on, and to be strong. So. And a shout out to all the listeners out there. Thank you for supporting local music. Thank you for supporting us in what we're doing. And we'll always keep it 100 in creating new music. And a final shout out to you, man, to you and your team. Thanks for what you guys do. And thanks for playing our music. And thanks for being there, and for, just spreading the love, man. That's it.
Well,
and one final shout out to my daughter.
Sure, no problem.
She will choke me. Daddy, you didn't. She's in Cape Town, and I just want to tell her that I love her very much, and that is hard at work for her. So
that's really.
That's it, man.
That's really awesome having you with us on the lines today, Clinton. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. It's been awesome with you on the stream today as well. And to the listeners, thank you for tuning in as well. I'd also say shout out to Gershwin, who's always been sending us you guys,
my G. Yeah, he knows. I got mad love for him. And really big ups to him as well.
He's really been awesome. Even myself, like, we in contact, like, I'm like, hi Gershwin, trust you well. I'm always giving him feedback on the interviews, that how it went, sending him the recordings and stuff. Then he's also sending me new guys coming in, some singles that they released or albums and stuff. It's really been awesome working with him, indeed.
No, he's a gent, an absolutely gent of a guy, he just does the things, man, and we're so grateful for him. Thank you for what he's doing, plugging us in everywhere.
That's really awesome. Once again, thank you, Clinton, for being with us, and to the listeners, thank you as well for being with us as well on this very interview. We're still going to play the song Waiting for you guys as well. Stay tuned for it coming up right now. So that is about it, and the wrap up for our interview session with Clinton Viljoen.
The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio.
This is South Coast Radio.